Usually we would say, I hope that you're having a good warm morning, but in this case, and on these particular days of this week, we have to say, I hope you are warm while you are having a good morning. We still continue on with Morning at NTV. I am Priscilla Regina Nalwonga. Now, in our business update this morning, I know that many of you who are telecom customers have come into bed with the news that is before us as of this morning. Airtel Uganda or Airtel Africa, as well as MTN Group getting into a partnership. And I know everyone's like, wait, what happened to competition? Well, let's see how this actually comes into reality. Now, across the bar and over the course of time, there's been sustained demand for data services and financial services across markets. Now, in order to meet these demands, of course, there's need to continue to invest in coverage. There's also need to invest in capacity building to ensure high quality connectivity for you, their customers. And therefore, at a prudent time as this, they found it very fit that they shake hands together in order to give Africa a better experience in their services. And therefore, this morning, we speak to Airtel Uganda's public relations officer to let us know exactly the nitty-gritties of this agreement and how it affects us. Does that mean that even us, as MTN subscribers and Airtel subscribers, we have to shake hands? David Virunji, good morning to you.
Morning, and thank you for having me here.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
I will say, we never thought we would see the day and the time that two competitive networks would come and sit on the same round table and actually shake hands over a shared growth opportunity. Talk to us about this partnership.
The partnership, of course, the news came in yesterday, and there's a lot of things we are still tying up together, and I believe at an opportune time I'll be back here if you give me the opportunity to explain those nitty-gritties. But what has been agreed is the principle. The principle is that land is finite, we need to live better in planned environments. Some of the challenges came very clear yesterday morning, and there are more wet mornings coming up. But what is important, what has been agreed in principle is that we are in the same locality called Uganda, 241,000 square kilometers of land, and we're not going to expand unless people have other ideas to go and annex other parts of the world, which will not happen. When we are in an area and some other network provider is there, okay, wants to come there, then he doesn't have to do that. It could be on a reciprocal basis. Where we are, or where Airtel Uganda is already, then we can provide you whatever you want. Where you are and we are not yet there, especially fiber. This begins with fiber. Because mobile connectivity, delivery of speeds has a limit, because it uses various technologies, but fiber is so fast, it's best to deliver the kind of speeds that connects the opportunities that we are creating in people's lifestyles, in businesses, in e-commerce, commercial agriculture. To be able to deliver that, you need a good connection. And fiber still, so far, other technologies could come. And to deliver fiber, you must put a line. You must go through people's neighborhoods, you must. So, and we also want to give the customer an opportunity to choose. So we don't have to lay 13 fiber lines. We don't have to lay so many. All
right, so we don't have to see that experience anymore of the other network is digging on the left side of the road and Airtel is digging on the right side of the road, all taking fiber.
Yeah, where you already are and we are not.
Yeah.
We will share that.
Okay.
Where you are, or where we are and you are not, we, in principle, a reciprocal basis.
All right.
How that is going to be shaped, we believe that the 6 cities, for example, we have in Uganda, the new ones, this is a very good blueprint to develop livable spaces. Spaces that have utility ducts, back areas, and all that. Make sure, because the needs of the connected world are going to increase. And when they increase, and probably some of us will
they've already increased, because I know as Airtel, you also enter in the education sector to provide them with
we are in the
education
sector. If you look at the kind of work we are doing with the UNICEF, in 2020, it became very clear that not everybody has an internet connection to enable learning. And most of the schools are out there, they are not in the cities. And it became clear that only a few could access digital learning. So we dedicated all our investments into that partnership with UNICEF that desires to connect as many learners and teachers to the opportunities of digital learning. Last week, we were celebrating the connection of the 130th school in Wakiso. It is Kasengeje Secondary School, and it joins 129 others to give opportunity for the 2,000 plus learners, 1,800 plus teachers to the opportunities of digital learning. There are things we take for granted because we get them. You go to your office or in Kampala, you connect, you get a pro forma, you pay, you bank, you learn many things on the internet. And yet the real learners who should be preparing the workforce for Uganda don't have that opportunity. So that's why we came in as Airtel support. We have so far connected 130 schools. We believe in the next few months we have reached 200 because we work with the Ministry of Education and UNICEF to identify this and ensure that we are delivering the necessary infrastructure to prepare that.
All right, so that's what has been already done, David. But now with this new opportunity on the table, with the infrastructure sharing, it means that you are going to even probably pick up another 100 in the shorter time period than you had anticipated and planned. Yes,
infrastructure, the delivery of internet services should be infrastructure agnostic. What that means is you are the terminal device who is trying to connect to a digital class. It shouldn't matter who is at the back end, who is underground carrying your traffic. And we should be able to do that. We are going to work with partners, and most importantly with government, to deliver this project, and we are doing that already. We have so far given data worth about 30 terabytes of data, 30 terabytes of data across, but it's going to increase so that we stop even the business of bytes and all that. Give constant, fast speed internet, so that the same school in Adjumani, we launched this in Adjumani and Chitende. Adjumani in West Nile, Chitende in Wakiso. So that the same children in Adjumani have the same opportunity that people have in schools like King's College Budo or Mbara High School, where I studied. At the time there was no computer, but the things have to remain, the principles have to remain. So that's where we're investing the little resources that we currently have to ensure that, you know, people have forgotten what happened in 2020. But we believe that if there was to be any other catastrophe or pandemic of that nature, then we break the barriers. A certain Priscilla, a certain David who is in a school that is across, is not in the city, has the same opportunity that the rest have. We also believe that where there is a smartphone in any home, there is no child who should fail homework. Because the parents should have ability to access learning resources. And we're working with the Ministry of Education and UNICEF to ensure that we put the proper learning resources where they're needed.
Okay. All right, David. So now this begs the question, how is this infrastructure sharing going to be affecting the customer usage experience?
What it does is it limits the duplicity of infrastructure in your neighborhoods. You imagine a technician who has gone to replace a fiber cable, and there are 13 of them. He has to go through a lot of work to identify which one needs to be replaced. Probably will cut a different one. It even looks untidy. So that's what, in principle, we have agreed, and that's in principle what we are going to do. We are going to come with the other details on what needs to be done. And we believe that we work with the local governments to ensure that this is delivered. And this is, we are aware, the government desires that. Even where we live in the same neighborhoods. Now, every neighborhood probably has a school. Imagine the opportunity of connecting such a school to the same kind of learning resources that others have. We will have broken the barriers that actually stop some of our children from learning.
Okay, all right. So I have read that this partnership is starting with majorly Uganda and Nigeria. Why is that the case?
You begin from where the problem is biggest. If you solve 80% of the problem, you have reduced. Uganda is a fast-growing economy. We have stable currency. We have all the macros seem to be aligned. So that's the reason. Nigeria has, of course, had challenges with currency devaluation, but they're a big country with a big population.
Over 100
so
million.
they need, the base is big.
Okay, all right. We also know that you've been enlisted on the stock market recently. We want to know, how are we faring as Airtel?
This is the second year after our IPO. We have recently had our AGM, and for our listeners out there, over 4,500 Ugandans showed interest. They gave us a vote of confidence, and in the IPO, they bought shares. They have earned their dividend, returning about 12.1%. That's a handsome return on investment. And our biggest shareholder is, of course, NSSF. I am conflicted in a way that I am a saver with NSSF. I am a worker with Airtel, where they own a stake. And of course, when I see the check going to NSSF, I know probably my retirement is going to be good. But we have had a good year, 2024, and we grew our revenue about 11.9%. And if you look at the performance is handsome. So those who are interested in...
and that's where I was going to go. So someone who's interested in that investment, how can they be able to buy shares?
Other forms of wealth, which include equity, you can talk to your financial advisor. Airtel is a listed stock. NTV, every evening after the news, they run the stock prices. You can check them out. Talk to your financial advisor or equity broker. I would recommend no one, because I'm on air, but go to Uganda Securities Exchange. On the portal, you can create an account that allows you to buy stock from all the listed companies. We happen to be the 11th, I think.
Okay.
So that you diversify. Not everybody is going to have a 50 by 100 plot.
Yeah, that's very true.
Or
it doesn't. Their 50 by 100 doesn't have to be in land.
Doesn't have to be in land.
Yes.
So there's opportunity in that, and we believe that by presenting our company for Ugandans to own in the success they've created, because this company is built by Ugandans from 1995. They've supported this business. It has grown to where we are right now because of the support of Ugandans. So,
all right, that is good news, and congratulations on that front. Now, regarding still financial inclusion, we have seen Airtel Money partner with different fintechs to increase access as well as usage, and we want to know more about Airtel Money Global Pay Card. What is that? Is it a physical card? Is it a digital card? And what is the purpose it's meant to serve?
So when somebody buys a smartphone, normally to operate a smartphone, you need an email address. So they have created an email address. And the next thing they do is create social media accounts. Once they have the account, then they realize, hey, okay, I can advertise my products. We have had social media platforms where people go advertise their products. People are doing online. If you remember our campaign of Eugene needs more of you, we celebrated Ugandans who are using technology to change their lives. One of them was a person who delivered food throughout the lockdown on WhatsApp. Now, some of those platforms, of course, require you to pay some fees for advertising. If you are doing international business, you need to make payments. And not everybody is going to have a bank account. So if you have an Airtel Money wallet, you are surviving by doing that online, then we should enable you to continue to do that, but in very comfortable ways. So that's why we partnered with MasterCard and the DTB Bank, and we have a product called Airtel Money Global Pay Card that allows you to put money from your Airtel Money account into the card. You go to the Play Store, you download the My Airtel app. On your My Airtel app, once you have set up, the card is right on top. You create your card. The card sits separate from your wallet, meaning you have to move money from your wallet, put it in the card, which makes it easier, because a lot of transactions happen on the wallet. Everything you pay goes off the wallet. But for that particular card, we said, and this is the second time we are coming, because it was a complaint in the first season. Please go get your My Airtel app, get the card. Once you create it, you use the same your Airtel Money PIN. Creating it is free. Crediting it is free. Withdrawing from it is free. You only pay a small fee when you make a transaction online. So things like paying for software, paying for Google adverts, buying things on international retailers, we've made it very simple for our people to enjoy internationally recognized services, and that makes it easier for our customers across the country. Without the definition, you don't need a bank account to have that card. All right, so that means my streaming service provider is going to make it very, very enjoyable for me, courtesy of this Airtel Money Global Pay card. Now, as of course we come to the wrap of this conversation, Kabaka's run is around the corner, David. You have not brought me a kit, but it's okay, I forgive you. You'll send it to me later. Talk to us about Kabaka's run 2025. I did it on purpose not to bring a kit, because this is a time when we rather our customers, including yourselves, to give back to the community. No one, I don't think there's any family that has not been afflicted by HIV/AIDS. This Kabaka birthday run is going to happen on the 6th of April. It's a Sunday, 7 a.m. in Odubiri. I'll be ahead of the park. I'm going to run 21 kilometers. I hope you join me. And to donate to this cause, you just buy a kit. Kit can be bought from using Airtel Money. You dial *185, option 5. You select Kabaka birthday run. You put in your 20K. Then you go to our service centers. Going to
any service center across?
No. Okay. We have Benchwanka Street. We also have Tobani Center down here. We have Forest Mall, and then we have Wampeo Avenue. Or Majestic Brand office, Majestic Brand's office in Bulange and Saza Grounds. We're also going to run in various regional centers. There are preparations going on. Our service centers in Mbarara, in Masaka, in Jinja, in Mbale, Tororo. You can reach, if you are in that area and you're watching us and you would like to participate, inquire at our service centers, get your kit. Why do I say get your kit and I didn't come with one? 20,000 is your way of donating to the cause of ending HIV/AIDS. We are not in this alone. His Majesty the Kabaka makes 70 years, so we're going to celebrate him. And he's also the Africa's Goodwill Ambassador for UNAIDS. I'm calling upon all of you, please join me on 6th April. It is a Sunday, 7 a.m. Come, let us run for a good cause and end HIV/AIDS. All this is sponsored by Airtel. All
right, thank you so much, David. Your closing remarks as we get another reason to imagine?
My closing remark is we have come a long way as a telecom sector. We have evolved. I'm delighted about the news that we shall be working on, but most importantly, do not share your PIN. You never share your PIN. You can share. We are sharing the network. We are going to share the fiber. We are going to share so many things, but we never share PINs.
All right.
Thank
you so much, David Virungi, who is the Public Relations Officer with Airtel Uganda. And so look out for those opportunities that he has mentioned, because they get to benefit you, ease you as you transact with your services and goods and products across the bar. Airtel, a reason to imagine. Now we're going to be taking a short breather, but when we return, the conversation of the day. The rains have come down, and they've come down strong, and that strength is weakening our infrastructure. And so later on, we're going to be joined by a meteorologist who's going to be talking to us about what more to expect in this rainy season. But also from Arua, Rashula Did will be also joining us to let us know how Arua is going to be affected in that part of Uganda as far as the rainfall is concerned. And then equally, Stephen Bid is also going to be joining us on ground to let us know how KCCA is planning to handle this issue amidst the fact that there's a lot of road infrastructure development that is ongoing in the heart of the city. Do stay with us. It's morning at NTV.